So did you both come out the week of the George Floyd murder? Because that's when Columbus popped off.
Yes.
Was by the end of the week, I want to say
28th,
Thursday.
29th.
28th, 29th. That's when things got heated. I didn't know we was going to do anything.
Me neither.
I didn't know we was doing anything.
Columbus, Ohio, they out there in the streets?
Right.
I gotta go see.
And it killed me because the night
We ready?
the night that it started, I was packing for Minneapolis. And my nephews went out there to represent for us, came back, I want to say they got maced that night 25 times.
Yeah.
I think that was the count they had. They got hit 25 times that first night. And I didn't know if I wanted to leave the next morning. I was lightweight nervous to leave because I knew I was going to have people down there.
Right.
But I had to go to Minneapolis. It was burning. So that was our main point, to go there because Minneapolis is on fire. And then by the next night, y'all is really getting it going.
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. There was a lot going on.
The reason that they came by the studio today was to pick up the last 2 copies I have of Melissa McFadden's Walking the Thin Black Line.
Yes.
I don't want to spoil nothing. But the very last chapter is that night.
Damn.
She wrote, that's when y'all read not only her perspective of it, but what the CPD actually did to her that night. Because they kind of set her out there. They wanted to see what would happen to her. She was Broad and High Street. She was the very first ones out there, and they kind of left her. They just left her. And when y'all hit the chapter, watch. Watch how you feel while you read the whole book, right? Yeah. Because first of all, and me and my brother have said it, when you are from Columbus, Ohio, and you read this book, it gets very personal to you. She's naming our streets. She's naming zones we all grew up in. It's amazing. But when she hits that last chapter, and y'all was out there, now y'all gonna hear what it was from her perspective, seeing all of you come down the street and them just be like, uh-oh, what are we about to do?
Right.
And the way that she breaks it down, there's one thing I know for sure that happened last summer. The CPD set it up purposely for there to be so much hostility. Yeah. It's 100%. They wanted that hostility out there.
Oh,
You know, and when you got protesters screaming at police about pigs and they're killing people, and then you got cops, some cops are not out there to want to hurt nobody, but they got to choose. You got to choose.
Yeah, you do.
These people around you are the only ones who are going to protect you. Those people want to hurt you. What you going to do? And that's how they set it up, man.
I thought it was weird, though. For real. Like the optics of it. If you go back to when, like, you go back to any other protest besides these George Floyd protests, look at the crowd of the people. Look who's protesting.
Yes, sir.
But the George Floyd protest, that's George Floyd protest. The Clemens protest started from something different. We can get in that, but we had our own protest, and then the George Floyd protest, like, it all came into one day. Like, it all came into one. But it was majority, mainly, white people. They was the ones screaming in the police's face. They was mad, and I think that pissed the police off. At one time, these were the Blue Lives Matter people. Now they're in the streets on the side of the darkies. And that probably pisses them. That probably pissed them off, and they went ham on them. I seen they really wasn't messing up black people here. They was messing up them white people.
Messing up everybody.
They was hitting them with the jump out boy tactics, bro. They came with like 8 cars. They had 2 people in the front, 2 people in the back, 2 people in the back, like where the hatch comes up, and they all pulled up and they hopped up and they just started beating ass. And y'all better be lucky, white people, because if it was black people, I tell you who it would be. It would not be rubber bullets, and it would not have been batons. It would have been bullets and dogs, just like back in the day.
Right.
So they couldn't do that to y'all, just like on the 6th. If y'all read into what was going on in the 6th and the chain of command, because there's always the chain of command of everything that has to do with the government. They told him the day before, do not bring out the National Guard on these people because it's a bad optic. You can't have the government beating up on a group of white people, no matter what they believe or what they're doing. You can't have that. You can't have that. You gotta have another way to sneak them in there. You can't just have them in the beginning cracking the heads. But there was black people, they would have started cracking their heads way before. They would have woke up ready. Exodus. They would have woke up ready. Exodus. 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 Ex
DowntownerZ. Movement of the people.